joining us, everybody. This is Zen Garcia, and I am on with the new broadcast, Cryptos for Ding Dongs. And, I'm not in any way making fun of anybody. I myself am a ding dong, and this was a process to learn the cryptocurrency markets, how to engage in them, how to be involved in them, how to even access Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies with fiat. And so I know where all of you are if you are just beginning and just starting to get into the markets and are both excited and terrified because of the volatile the volatility of the markets and the way things go up and down. But the more you learn, the more you'll realize that really the markets move in a cycle. And when they are overbought and overextended, there will be pullbacks. And a lot of times, those pullbacks will be 30% often, which is what we are shortly coming up on. Right now, we're at 43,616 on Bitcoin and about 41,000, 40,000, somewhere around there. We'll be hitting the moving average, and also, which should be a really good base of support. And I do believe that we will be gaining momentum because the market will have then also cooled off a bit. And another way for those who are still new to the cycles, because when you enter into the market, even though I think the best strategy is to dollar cost average in, and even to just set a time. Like if you're new to the market and you are wanting to participate, to just set your buy. Like every month, once a month, or if you're going to do every other week when you get paid for like $20 or $50 or whatever it is you're going to put into the market. Just allow the automatic buys to go through, and you'll see that over time, because of the nature of Bitcoin, eventually we're going to be reaching all-time highs again, and everybody that's ever been participating and putting money into the market will be in profit. And I'm without a doubt pretty sure that Bitcoin by the end of this year will be, who knows, 70, 100,000, even more. Some say 300,000. We have no idea. I do know that everybody expected that it would be at the end of this year that we would reach 50,000. A lot of people. And even that was lofty. But we saw that with the participation of institutional money and some individuals like Elon Musk, big money players, that number was reached and exceeded very quickly. And we actually went to 58,330, I believe, was the all-time high. And that was reached not even like just a little over a week ago, 8 days ago on the 20th. And I sent out a message to everybody yesterday. But let's go ahead and, as far as who's in, let's see all the people. Let's get introductions, and I want to take questions first, and then I'll share the pulse on the market, and then we'll get into some what people can do initially, those that are just getting into the market. But I see Clark, brother Clark, you're here. Can you introduce yourself, man, where you're from, and then we'll go down the line, and then we'll get started.
Really quick, before we get started, Zen, I know you always say this, but just want to make sure for legal purposes that we remind everyone that you are not a financial advisor. This is really just sharing your experience and learning together.
Yes. Thank you for that reminder, Joy. Yes, I want to reiterate that without a doubt, that this is not my career path. Everybody, those that follow my work, you know that I'm a scholar and a student of the ancient mysteries, and I'm a servant of the Most High, and that is my focus. However, I do and have been participating in the markets and watching and learning and studying about them for several years now, since 2017. And the knowledge that I've gained, I want to just share with you, because I know for Christians, a lot believe that, this is mark of the beast technology, and have not, because of that, wanted to learn about or to benefit or take, the opportunity to engage in these markets. And I do believe that a lot of people can be assisted, benefit financially from them. And like I said, this is entertainment purposes, and only invest what you can afford to lose, because there are no guarantees in this market, not at all. All right, thank you, Joy. All right, so let's go to Clark, and then we'll go to F350, and we'll go down the line, and then we'll get started. And if you guys have any questions, I thought that would be the best thing to do to start the class, and even Justin, you can field questions from the YouTube and and I'll actually open up the channel so I can keep up with the chat as well. But Clark, if you would introduce yourself, brother.
Sure. Thanks, Zen. Yeah, my name's Clark. Yeah. Clark Eubanks. I live in Northern California, San Jose. I'm new to the market, here to learn. Open-minded to learn it all. I don't really have any questions right now, but I'm dipping my toes in just as a buyer and a holder. Don't really know enough about trading. Not confident there, but I see the devaluation of the dollar. And, I'm concerned not just for my future, but for my children too. So I'm here to learn, and really appreciative. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Finally free? If you would, brother, just introduce them.
Yeah, no problem. I think we skipped F350.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah, F350, if you would. Tell us where you're from and just what you're interested in this class is.
Yeah, my name's Morgan Anderson. I'm here with my son Jordan. We're from Selah, Washington, and we like Clark are new. I'm just trying to absorb all the information and understand it. And my main desire is to be investing long term. Kind of like what Clark said, I'm concerned about the dollar and our financial market, and thought maybe diversification would be something worth doing, and that this would be the way to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions, but I don't want to hog up anything right now.
We'll get to them after the intros. But no, we welcome as many questions as you have, because all your questions are going to benefit everybody else too. And we're honored that you're here with your son. I think that's the most positive thing, for you and your son to be learning. My son also and I, we spent a couple seasons looking into and examining the crypto markets, and so yeah, it's a fun thing to share the knowledge, and it could be a beneficial thing for your family. And so welcome you and your son. All right, let's Matt, if you would. Oh, and you had something else to say, brother Morgan?
I was just saying thank you for those kind words.
Oh yeah, no worries at all. All right, Matt.
Yep. Hi, my name is Matt, and I am a full-time nomad. I don't really have a home base as of right now. I'm originally from Metro Detroit, Michigan, and I got into crypto last June or July as a hedge, originally as a hedge against the deflation of the dollar. And then as I got more and more into it, I put more and more of the percentage of what I had available in fiat into it. And now I'm pretty much all in on cryptocurrency. I have very little fiat, and I love so many things about the space, and I don't have any questions. I'm just here to let the Holy Spirit work, to me and through everyone else, and to participate with my friends and family. So thank you, Zen, for what you're doing, and thank you everyone for being here.
Yeah, thank you, brother. And we've been a long-time friends, and so I'm glad to share this class and this learning space with you as well. And I'm learning from all of you as well. So um, any kind of tips or any kind of insights that you have on any new things, I'm here to listen as well. So, but let's move. Of course, we have my daughter-in-law and Justin are both in the room. Do you guys want to say something just quickly, and then we'll move to Lucky Star?
Shalom. Hello. Glad to be here with everyone. It's awesome to be able to study new things together.
Yes. Joy? She's dropped off. Okay, we're good to go. Lucky Star, are you there, friend? You want to say anything in the class, or just listening in? Okay, have not seen unmuted mic, but if you would like to say anything, feel free. All right. Well, we can start with Morgan's questions, and you guys, Matt, Clark, if you have any questions, or while they're asking, if you have anything you want to add, feel free to jump in. But since you already have questions, Morgan, let's start with you, brother.
Okay, I've got quite a list, but you'll probably answer a lot of it as we go through it. So I'll start with the first one on my list. It has to do with Bitpay. Have you heard of it? Do you recommend it?
I have heard of Bitpay.
It's going to work with Apple Pay on the iPhone. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I think anything that gets a platform to where they're going to be representing something that is used greatly, that can be beneficial. And with Apple, there's another one, Theta, that is going to be like the YouTube on Apple iPhones and is being incorporated into that. And so I think Theta is also something that will benefit from that. And yeah, I think BitPay will also benefit in the same way that PayPal is benefiting, and Square and also Coinbase, from helping people to gain access to cryptocurrencies. And so the market and the infrastructure of the market is just now being built out. And the players, the people that are going to be involved and be stable in that infrastructure being developed are going to benefit. And there's going to be a lot of players, because just as the internet, you have Comcast, and you had all of the cable companies, you had all of the web browser companies, and then you had all of the ones that provided internet. Everybody benefited in that process. And then, of course, Sprint and all of these cell phone companies, because internet was made available on your phone. And, the technology just kept continuing to grow. Now we have Fire TV and the incorporation of all that, people moving away from cable into streaming video and, doing shows like that. And so all those things that are on the forefront of developing such infrastructure will benefit. Same as what I said in the email that I sent out about how Amazon, Facebook, Priceline, all these companies that spent a lot of money to attract customers, to build name brand recognition, and that survived from the beginning. Those are giant companies, like Jeff Bezos, supposedly, one of the richest men in the world. We know, of course, that the Rothschilds and the people that sit on the Federal Reserve Board and that collect the interest from all the money being loaned out in the depth of the American government and other governments around the world, those are really the synagogue of Satan, the rulers that are right under the eye. And those are the ones that really hold the power and have most of the money in the world. But they do, flaunt these guys and say they're the richest in the world, Bill Gates and Elon Musk. But these guys have nothing, absolutely nothing on the people that are printing the money. So, but anyways, yes, next question.
Sorry about that. Next one has to do with Stormgain, and I think you answered my question in your email, but I can't use it because I'm a U.S. citizen. And
yes, you were the one that asked me. Okay, good.
And you state to use the VPN to disguise where you're from.
Right.
Is there
Yes.
any kind of illegal issues with doing that?
No. Well, you are breaking supposed rules. When you are using these websites, being an American citizen, but there's nothing that says you can't use VPN to access and to benefit. And like even all of the big time crypto people, there's a lot of them like Tone Vays and others that are in America but use regular Binance and use other networks. And no, I don't think that there's any kind of laws on the books that say, oh, American citizens can't use a VPN to access certain sites. And a lot of people do, and that's the whole reason why, the VPN market is out there and helps people to do these kind of things. And like just with what you were asking in Stormgain, for those that don't know, let me actually open up the website and then I'll show you what I'm talking about here. And what Morgan is asking about. There is a... Alright, let me go to sharing this. And bear with me, everybody. I'm still new with all the Discord stuff and the sharing screen and all that. So it'll just take me a little bit and I'll get better. Alright, Chrome at doing this. That's the wrong one. Let me go back. Yeah. Alright, it's the other tab. But I'm going to show you what Morgan is asking about is specifically how to mine. And I sent this information out. You can mine crypto for free here on Stormgain, but you, being an American citizen, you have to use a VPN, which I have a VPN running in the background all the time. And depending on what country you choose to pick, I find that New Zealand and Australia work very well because they speak English, and so they expect you to use the website in English anyways. And but they're not banned. And so here, you can just go to this miner, where it says miner right here, this BitCloud miner, and then you can just activate it. And as long as you, keep a steady watch on it, this will run in the background, and this will actually earn you USDT. You can see I've earned $11.21 USDT. Which it's running Bitcoin really, but it will pay you out in Tether and allow you to. Once you have over $10, you can withdraw it in Tether, or you can make, trades with it, however you want. And this Stormgain has futures contracts and regular. You can, trade in regular, like if you were to buy crypto and sell it or short it or whatever. And it also has, for those that have been asking about, where you can buy with credit cards, you can buy on Stormgain with credit card as well. So, All right, Morgan, you had another question?
I do. I have quite a few actually.
Yeah. Let's keep it going. And then we just had Renee Martin come into the room and Gail Cook, and so if you ladies have any questions as well, feel free to ask. We're starting with Morgan because he does have a list, and if you're not wanting to speak in the chat, you can certainly just write out your message, and we'll keep up with that and ask. All right, go ahead, Morgan.
So, in regard to Celsius, I was trying to sign up for that and use the service, but it states that it cannot offer me services because I live in Washington State. Do you have any idea why they would be limited like that?
I have no clue, but I have heard from one other person with regard to Celsius in Washington State. I don't know why that is. Have you tried asking them? Sending a message out, because and also Alex Machinsky, the owner of Celsius, he does a live stream pretty often at 1 p.m. and on different days, but he always announces it in the email. And so for those that don't know about Celsius, it is one of the wallets that I do recommend, and the reason being is that you can earn pretty well high interest just by holding your crypto in the Celsius wallet.
I have submitted that question to them, but I have not heard back.
Okay, well maybe I'll try to do the same. I'll ask, because I watch their live streams every once in a while, and so if I get a chance to pose that question, I'll ask the same. But before we move on from Celsius, I do want to just share really quickly with people. Let me share this screen as well, just to show you the rates that Celsius is paying for crypto. Okay, I'm getting better at this. Excellent. Okay, so here we see that for a lot of the stable coins, which and I didn't get a chance to send this out, but around when we were like 55,000, I was suggesting to people and telling them to start converting some of their crypto into dollar, into stable coins. And I was gonna write something for everybody, but I didn't get a chance to do that because I was working on Diane Cover's introduction for a book, which we are done with, and that'll be coming out. And she's going to be hosting a class here also in Discord and through SWP. Where she's going to be taking and fielding questions on the Enochian calendar. So let me go to the rates here. All right, so with regard to Celsius and those that can access it, for instead of just having your crypto sitting in your Coinbase and not doing anything, and also I learned this as well with regard to Coinbase users, so new ones. I had been recommending people purchase Algo, ALGO, which is like 99 cents a token right now. And the reason being is because it pays 6% interest. Well, they're not offering that to new Coinbase users, and I don't know why that is, but there's not the tab in the earn section that you can click to start, to start earning your reward of 6%. I'm still grandfathered in, and I think people that had purchased, several months ago when we first told them about the algo and the 6% interest, a lot of people are benefiting from that. But They're not offering that. Now it's only Atom and XTZ, Tezos. And Atom pays 5% interest. The coin is called Cosmos. And then the other one, XTZ, is called Tezos, and it pays 4.53% interest. But a lot of these coins here that are listed in the Celsius network that you see here on the screen, these are the rates that they are paying. The rates that you see here on the left side, these are rates that are paid out if you are holding the Celsius coin, which this Celsius coin, CEL, you can purchase it on Uniswap, and then you can transfer it into your Celsius wallet, and as long as you have 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25%, the rate of what you will be earning increases. And I'll show you that here in just a second. But for those that don't have any Celsius and don't know how to get it, because you have to use a Metamask to exchange coins on Uniswap, and a lot of people don't know how to do that. And I'm not sure if we'll get to that part today. We'll see. But if we can, then I'll explain all that as well. But for right now, these are the numbers that you will go by, which, I mean, still on some of these coins you're getting paid a high rate of interest, especially for this coin here, Matic. Matic is right now less than 10% a coin, and it's been growing exponentially, but you're receiving 13.9% interest on this coin, as much as you have in your wallet. And this is one of the coins that I think is going to greatly benefit from the high Ethereum gas fees, because it is allowing people to transfer their tokens to their network and not have to pay those high gas fees. And so, which another reason, the Binance Smart Chain, which I've been writing about and sharing about for several weeks now, is doing so well, is because of the high gas fees on Ethereum. But even still, again, you can have your Ethereum here in the Celsius wallet and earn 5%. And they take a snapshot of all of your holdings on Friday night, and then they pay out on Monday. And so, I suggest, and we have a Celsius wallet, both myself and my family, and we try to hold the Celsius token in it as well, so that we can gain these rates instead of these. And so that's one of the things that I do recommend people access and utilize. And again, Morgan, I don't know why you're not able to do it in Washington. It seems oddly weird to have that state excluded, and I don't know, again, why that is. But let me just show you the rest of the rates on the coins that you can have, and most of the ones that do very well here are the dollar, the stable coins. But even on Bitcoin, you're getting 4.7%, which is better than any bank or any savings account or anything like that. This is Synthetics and Matic. These two are paying 13.9% interest, which is really good. I mean, I'll show you how to gain higher yields than this. I'm literally gaining in some places, 500%, 1,000% yield, but those are on really new farms, and most people don't know about those. But at some point, I'll explain all that as well. But for right now, put your money to work, and especially with the markets dipping the way they are, which I don't, I think we're going to go down a little bit more, maybe $2,000 or $3,000, and you could put a small portion into dollars, into Tether or DAI or the US dollar coin, and then you can rebuy once we get to those lows. But we've come down so far now that, you know, you should be in crypto instead of the dollar coins, even though there is still momentum to the downside. All right, just a few more and then we'll move on. All right, and so you have, you know, again, these are all still dollar coins, true USD. And then you have some other tokens, which Aave I think is going to do very well. It's down a lot from its all-time highs. I think it was at one time, you know, 500 plus, and I think it's like 300 something now. So it's shaved about 50% off. So, you know, it would reaching being a really good buy. I think also Compound and Chainlink, those are very good coins. Chainlink is an oracle, and it's going to do well. I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin Cash. Litecoin I like. These others, you know, they're okay, but I wouldn't hold them. Only because you can't stake them or you can't draw interest on most of these coins. I like that, you know, that it's like Ox is a infrastructure play. Stellar is as well. I wouldn't own this one. Kyber is also an infrastructure play. BAT, this basic attention coin, this is they're the ones that put out the Brave browser, which I like the Brave browser. I do use it. Uniswap I think is going to do really well because that is one of the most used decentralized financial exchanges. Uniswap and SushiSwap, most of you know that I'm very bullish on those. Again, this is not financial advice, but only for entertainment purposes. I would definitely not own XRP. They are in combat right now with the SEC and being sued by them. And this Zcash is a privacy coin. These others I wouldn't own. I'm into the decentralized financial and the new Binance, you know, smart chain. But I think Uniswap, SushiSwap, those will do really well. Aave, and then, you know, a lot of what I'm into right now is the BSC, the cake, and others that you can earn high yield on, which we'll talk about that in a short bit. But Morgan, let's go back to you, brother.
I don't
Anybody else has questions?
No, I don't want to hog up everything. So
you're fine. Because you know, anybody else, you have actual questions, and then what we can do is afterwards, since so many other people have come in, we'll go down the line and see if anybody else has questions as well, and let people ask. But let's take one more from you, brother, and then we'll go down the line.
Okay, so it looks like crypto.com, CoinMarketCap, Binance, we want to use VPNs for those. And when it comes to Binance, when I was looking to sign up, there was a choice between Binance US and just Binance. What do you choose to get started with Binance?
I personally use a VPN and use the regular Binance, and the reason being is because they don't allow you to set up a BSC chain, the new Binance smart contract, through the Binance US, and so you're not able to interact with like the Pancake Swap and the Bakery Swap and these new farms like Rake and Auto Farm and others that are providing high yield. And so if you are looking to join Binance for that specific reason, which you do have to, in my opinion, you have to be part of the Binance network in order to purchase your BNB and then transfer your BNB into your Metamask wallet after you set the parameters for your MetaMask to interact with the Binance Smart Chain, which I know a lot of people don't know about that. I'll cover that as well, because many of you have been having a hard time doing that. But yes, you can get a VPN and sign up for regular Binance. Just always make sure your VPN is on before you log on, because if they flag you as an American citizen, then you do that too much, then they'll ban you from logging on. So, but anyways, so yes, a VPN is beneficial for accessing sites for whatever reason. Yeah, and I think it's because here in America, the tax system has not recognized or acknowledged cryptocurrency. So there's nothing in play that is clear. And because of that, a lot of these exchanges, they don't want Americans to participate. They don't want to deal with the SEC. They don't want to deal with American legislators and regulations. And it's because there's nothing out there yet that says you can do this and you can not do that. They even, right now, if you buy and sell on an exchange, that's supposed to be every transaction you make is taxable. But yet, if you buy and hold, then you don't even have to report. It's so, there's no clarity. It doesn't make any sense. And so people are not wanting to deal with that are, setting up these exchanges. And instead of having the headache of trying to cater to American regulations which don't exist, they're just excluding Americans altogether. But again, like I said, there's a way around that. And I don't know that there's any law on the books or anything out there that even addresses using a VPN. And I know a lot of people that do that. And so, yes, as far as a VPN, regular Binance. Because if you sign up with Binance US, you're just going to have a problem. If you are specifically wanting to get into the, some of these high yield farms like PancakeSwap. But if you're only wanting to purchase other cryptos or to be able to exchange your Bitcoin or your Ethereum for other coins that are offered on Binance, which Binance is the largest exchange. I can actually, let me show people the Binance. I'm not logged into my account, but I'll just show you the Binance as well. I really like the Binance as far as the charts and the indicators as well. There's a lot of them. I keep on my screen the Bollinger Bands, the moving averages, the stochastic RSI, the RSI. I also watch the MACD and the NVT. Just to know, the cycle and the pulse of the markets and how things are trending. With regard to, just to give you an idea of some of the indicators, you can set the indicators here, the ones that you want to watch. But whenever you zoom out, like the weekly chart, you can see here we had our first red candle, which is showing a shift in momentum. But as long as we at some point gain and start to set new highs again, we'll still be relatively healthy in a bull market. And there's nothing wrong with us, having downside as long as, we maintain certain levels. And then you can go to the daily charts as well. The daily, the weekly, the 3-day, when you're looking out, you see that these stochastic RSIs, they're telling you the momentum of the market. And right now we're getting down to the low points, and when we get down to these low points, this is where you should be buying. And you see how much downward pressure there's been. And we were at some point, and up here at 142 on the RSI, which is really, really, or 99 on the RSI, which is really, really high. And then we had all the selling pressure, and that brought us down to the levels we are now at, 16, which, that's when you want to be buying, is when we're at low levels like that, because then the RSI will rise, the relative strength index. And so indicators like this can tell you when to buy and to sell. And as you see here, when we were at this high point and we reached the all-time highs, we were at a 99 on the stochastic indicator and a 88.3 on the relative strength index, which shows us that we were overbought and overextended. And so people at that time can move some money into cash, and then you can take advantage of the downside pressure and buy back in when we are, in these oversold, which is where we are now. We're in oversold territory, and I expect that the market within a week will start rebounding the other way. And so, but that's how you can tell. But I do love the indicators on Binance, and like I said, you have all these coins over here. Matic is up 15% today, but even that one that I mentioned, Theta, is up 8.43% today. But anyways, there's so many coins you cannot buy anywhere else. One of those is Sushi, which is one of my also favorite coins. I've been telling people to buy this one since it was $2, and it's now $14.18. And so if you'd have listened back in December, you would have 7x your money on this coin. And with it coming down from 19, that shaving $5 off the price, I think it's at a discount. And when the market begins to reverse the other way, this one's going to benefit. A lot of people are very bullish on Sushi because they are one of the top 3 decentralized financial plays. Sushi, Uniswap, and PancakeSwap are the 3 that are seeing the most money come into it. But anyways, let's go ahead and take another question. Is there anybody?
We did have a question from the chat, and also Fitzgonzo, thank you for your support and your super chat. He said, Zen, is Dogecoin a bad investment? I've been collecting it since 4 cents. I know it started as a joke, but I own a lot of it. So in your opinion, what do you think about this investment?
That's a really great question, and I know a lot of people that don't know the story of Dogecoin are really into it. And what you don't realize is that Dogecoin was made really to make fun of the crypto markets, and it was made by a person that was just wanted to show that they could create something and have it moon and have people buy it just as a joke. And so with that as a basis, I think Dogecoin is kind of silly. However, with the current, the Market Street Bets, the Wall Street Bets guys supporting Dogecoin, and now Dogecoin being recognized by so many people and not understanding the backdrop of the story of why and how it was created, it seems to be a darling of some people, and we see Elon Musk always jokes about it as well. Excuse me a second, I'm going to take some water. And so I actually think that a lot of money can be made on Dogecoin because of the high volatility and the fluctuations within it. But I personally am not invested in Dogecoin simply because I see there's too many other good projects out there. And the ones that I personally like more than Doge, or as I've told people, um, Polkadot and Cardano. Those are huge infrastructure plays, and they're bringing on so many and adding to the blockchain space in such innovative ways. And if you don't know the story of Polkadot and Cardano, and also of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin and Charles Hoskins and Dr. Gavin Wood, there was a group of 7 guys that went to like this Swiss Alps kind of place, and just all of them hung out like hippies, and all of them were blockchain innovators and very smart guys. And 3 of these guys are Vitalik Buterin, who's behind Ethereum, Dr. Gavin Wood, who is now behind the Polkadot project, and Charles Hoskins, who's now behind the Cardano project. And they were part of the 7 that went out there and created Ethereum. And they talk about, living like hippies and hanging out there and putting together their ideas to create this blockchain technology, and to have a platform that other coins could build on, which Ethereum is the network that so many other coins found their genesis, that they came to the markets by utilizing the Ethereum network. Back in the days when the ERC20 token, anybody could basically use that platform to create a token. And a lot of these tokens have since gone by the wayside because they had no use case scenario, but a lot of them did make a tremendous amount of money in the 3 years where the ICO, the initial coin offering, when all that was really the rage, and everybody was jumping into every coin, because a lot of them you'd 10x your money, and then developers would dump all their coins, and it was a pump and dump, and so a lot of that, you have to be careful now. Even though the markets lately have been just trending upward, and so many coins have 10x, quadruple, triple, doubled in value, still I think you have to know the background of the coin you're investing in, and it's not just a matter of throwing darts. There are some that are going to really benefit because they are legitimate, and then there are many that will not. And I personally think that Doge is one of those that doesn't have the backdrop. In fact, the backdrop of its story is to make fun of crypto. And so, but again, because of the interest in it, and because Wall Street Bets has been pumping it, if you have the gut for it, and if you're a trader, and you can ride, and you know what you're doing as far as buying it low and selling it high, I think there's a lot of movement in the chart, and you can make a lot of money playing the Dogecoin. But I'm not trying to teach people here how to trade. I'm more trying to teach people how to get themselves involved in this market and to hold for the long term, because I think still there's only 1% of the world's population involved in the cryptocurrency markets. There's going to be a huge flood of money coming to this market, and that's going to elevate a lot of coins, especially those that are on the forefront of the pulse of this market. They're going to benefit greatly from from all the money that's coming in. Any more questions? Let's go to we can go down the line. I see that Doc Michael has joined us, and there's Aaron's with us now. If anybody has any questions, we'd love to take them. We're at 2:20, so I'm going to try to wrap up the show by 3, and it's going to take me like 10, 15 minutes to show you what I want to show you.
We had another
as far
quick
as,
question from the YouTube chat.
Sure.
Just which VPNs would you recommend, and where do you go to get those?
Oh, that's a great question. You can go to Retail Me Not and type in VPN there, and you can get a coupon for 70 to 80% off. I myself use Nord, N-O-R-D VPN, and that's the one that I have never had any problems with, and it's very stable. It works in the background. It's very quiet. You do need to have really high-speed internet to kind of use a VPN, because it's going to create a firewall between you and the whatever website you're using. So for people that have slow internet, that might it could cause complications or cause their computers to be even slower. And so you'll have to test that out as well. But yeah, as long as you don't open up too much stuff, and it won't lock up. And I don't have any problem with Nord, and I run 3 different web browsers at the same time and have multiple tabs open on each one of them for the different things that I'm doing, the different things that I'm watching, and the different trading that I'm doing. So there's another one there. I think it's 83% off. It's called Ghost VPN, but I've never used it. But yeah, I use NordVPN. Any other questions? Chat room, YouTube. Also, if you don't want to speak in the live chat, you can just type your message there in the crypto group. And also, for those that are listening in for the first time, I have copies of all of my email messages that I've sent to the group since December 16th. And I do recommend that you read those emails. I try to keep them pretty short and pretty concise, but it will give you an understanding of, what I've been telling people, and also all the other stuff, like using Presearch as your search engine to get free crypto, using Lolly and Rakuten, and also using Celsius and purchasing different Coinbase tokens to earn interest, and even like using Crypto Tab browser and Stormgain to mine crypto for free. And with Stormgain, you just have to check it like once every hour, because it'll go idle on you. But just look at it every now and then, and you can earn.
Got a few more really good questions too.
Okay, sure. Let's field them.
One of them was, is there a way to keep up with all the profits for tax purposes when you are using multiple platforms?
That's a great question. Yeah, I think that your different platforms, they allow you to export in CSV all of your trades. And again, this is another thing for traders. Unless you're really good at what you're doing, you're probably not even going to make enough to pay the taxes, or you're actually going to be at a net loss. But for people that are buying and holding and not trading, that's actually a much better way to go because of the IRS code, because they believe every trade is and should be susceptible to capital gains tax. But as long as you're not trading, buying in and out, then you're in a lot better situation with the IRS. And then, there's a lot of times where even what you are holding, if you do it through a Bitcoin RRA, those taxes can be deferred. So things like that. But as far as, I'm no tax expert. And you can find that kind of information on YouTube, or even some accountants don't know, because like I said, the government, the United States government, hasn't even clarified all of that for people that are involved in cryptocurrencies. And so somebody can say one thing, another person say another thing, and nobody really knows, because it's all still, the wild, wild west until the legislators get off their butt and actually bring some clarity to the situation. It's anybody's guess.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Finally Free says there are apps that will link directly to any exchange and pull that info that you need automatically. And so
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. You have to be careful too with apps that are requesting permission to access.
Yeah, to gain
your
access
wallets
to
and
your
stuff
info,
like that.
Yeah.
Make sure you
I would
check
never.
check for the reliability, for reviews on apps like that, and make sure they aren't fake reviews too. So we had a lot of questions about specific coins as well, but we had one question specifically that came from the two beauties. She said she opened a Bitcoin account many years ago and doesn't know how to access that. Do you know what it could have been, what type of website, or how she could find out where she had left that Bitcoin?
What was the name of the website? I mean, because there's so many different places.
Right. I think maybe
unless you have like Coinbase,
right,
because that was one of the only places you could open up an account. So I would check there first. Coinbase, and the only other ones that were, I think, really Coinbase until just recently, PayPal, and then Cash App, but those are relatively new. If you did it years ago, I would think it would be Coinbase, where you purchased your cryptocurrency, and you're gonna have to remember your email address and then reset your password to gain access. But other than that, I don't really know how to help you.
Cool. So before Coinbase, were there any other wallets? Like if it was 10 years ago, was it also Coinbase?
Not that I know of, because I was only involved in 2017. And in 2017, the only place that you could purchase crypto with fiat was Coinbase.
Got it.
There was before that Mt. Gox, and then there was another one before that, but I'm sure that if you don't have your account information and if you didn't pull your funds out, that site is gone. Mt. Gox has been folded over, and there's lawsuit mitigation.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but yeah, prayerfully, it was with Coinbase, and you can check that out and let us know how that works out. So we had a lot of questions about Litecoin and Ethereum and various different types of coins. I'm sure we could talk all day about the specific projects, but just quick updates.
Just
I guess,
quickly, yes.
On those.
I think Ethereum and Litecoin will do well, because those are some of the the what you would call the gold standard in cryptocurrency, and they have a large following and support networks. But however, again, two of my more favored and the ones that I would be building position in are Polkadot and Cardano. And I've been again recommending these since Dot was $4, and it's now 33 or whatever it was just a little bit ago yesterday. And Cardano just reached all-time highs. And I've been telling people to get into that since it was 30 cents. And it's now quadrupled, just as Dot has 7x'd since, even more than 7x'd since December. And so, and I think these two have a lot of way to run. In fact, I think that at some point, DOT will rival and equal the market cap of Ethereum, just because it's innovative and it is able to offer interoperability so that the Bitcoin network can work with and transact and interact with the Ethereum network, with the Polkadot network, with the Cardano network, and with all of these other networks that are being established out there, like Zill and Elrond. And those are also two that I think will do really well. Zilliqa and Elrond, EGLD. Those are also quick networks, and they also have their mainnet out. And so,
Very cool.
any others?
Yeah, we had a question. How do you get to buy Polkadot since it's not supported by Coinbase?
That's a great question. I think that they just offered it in crypto.com, but KuCoin is one of my most favorite exchanges, and it's because of the extreme security measures that they have. KuCoin, and there is a referral link for those that want to use it, but KuCoins, it's a South Korean platform, and you can join, and they have they have good, what is called Pool X, which allows you to stake coins and to earn high percentages on their platform, and you can purchase Polkadot there. Also on Binance, you can purchase Polkadot on Binance as well. And I do believe that even though it's been relatively difficult to get and to stake DOT, just now a lot of people are using Kraken to stake DOT because you can gain 14% interest there, and they pay twice a week, and they don't charge you a 28-day. If you unstake your DOT from them, it takes 28 days to unlock it, and you don't get paid during that time. But that's one of the reasons to own DOT as well, is that you can stake it on different platforms. There's a Polkadot wallet you can download to your phone that you'll get even more than 14%, but you have to know how to pick your, as far as your innovator, and you'll get paid a little bit more than Kraken, but it's a little bit more complex. But there are different places now like Rake Farm and Auto Farm that are allowing you to stake on them as well. And like I'll show you, and you have to get access to the BSC network, but I'll show you the high yield that you can gain by using these other platforms. Can I just do my entire screen? There we go. All right, and so here is a website called Auto Farm, and you can see that even for these stable coins like Binance, they're offering 21% interest, but you have to have your BSC network set up before you can interact with these. DOT is only paying 9.3% here, but you're getting 22% interest on ETH, 18% interest on Coinbase, 33% interest on US dollar coins, Link, and then you have LP tokens. Like for those that are involved in PancakeSwap, you can deposit your LP tokens here, which LP is liquidity provider. When you provide liquidity of both Binance Coin and Cake on PancakeSwap, it gives you this LP token. You can deposit that token here and earn 320% interest. And so, this is what's called yield farming. And though we didn't get a chance to go into it in great detail today, I did want to make mention of it to show you that even though you can do very well in Celsius and in Kraken, earning 14% on your dot, which I would own dot even if it didn't pay 1%, because I just think it's going to increase in value, and it has, because like I said, I got in when it was $4. But here is a website you can go to, Auto Farm, and then there's another one called Rake Farm as well. And they are offering, because they're new farms, they're offering high yield, and they're doing that in order to attract your liquidity so that their farm actually even works. Because unless you have liquidity, unless you have people participating, you're not going to you're not going to succeed. And so there's literally this particular pair right here, which is the egg coin that you can find at Goose Finance. And this coin is paying 623% interest. And I know it's absolutely insane. But Goose Finance, Goose DeFi is where you can go to get this particular coin. And then if you pair it with Binance US dollar coin and then provide liquidity, you can put your liquidity token here and gain this percent of interest. And so, I don't recommend everybody putting all that you have into these high yield farms. I think you have to be careful with what you do, but there are, sites, and these are, I guess I'll show you that as well. There's a website called DeFi Station. This is on the new Binance Smart Chain, and this is showing you where the money is going. And so if you want to be aware of where you can get the highest yield, you'll see that Venus is like the Aave of the Ethereum platform. They are the ones that are doing the lending and making possible to get high yield. And so they're doing that on single coins. So you can actually go to Venus and you can deposit your Ethereum, your Bitcoin, and different ones, and get high yield there, because those that have been listening and following the emails that I put out, the Binance Smart Chain is the new and up and coming platform. It is taking over the Ethereum network, and all the money that used to be and was in like Uniswap and SushiSwap and other Ethereum networks is now being moved over to Binance Smart Chain. And these websites like PancakeSwap, AutoFarm, Pancake Bunny, and others are benefiting from that money moving over, and they are able to provide high yield. And so so if you just took a little bit of your money and put it into some of these high yield farms, you can really benefit and make so that you can because you'll, with the Auto Farm and the Rake Farm, you'll also make Rake as it is earning yield, and it's the liquidity token itself that increases in value at these rates of APY, so that when you pull your liquidity token out and you actually go and remove that liquidity on PancakeSwap or wherever you initially deposited your liquidity, you will have more of each token and each dollar, like here with BDO and BUSD, you'll actually have more than what you initially deposited and what you first started with. And so these are two farms for those that have Binance Smart Chain, which let me go ahead and explain before we get to the end here, how you can connect your Binance, your Metamask. This is all you have to do. Those of you that have Metamask, you're just going to go to right here where it says mine's already connected to the smart chain, but you can just go to custom RPC, add that, and then you're going to put this information, which all I did was look up an article connecting MetaMask to your Binance Smart Chain. You're going to put these parameters right here. Smart Chain will be your network name, or Binance Smart Chain, or BSC. You just put this address, this HTTP address right here, the chain ID, number 56 right here, and then BNB right here, because that's the token that's it's going to run on. And then once you do that, you just click your save. And then when you interact, like most people using their MetaMask, they are going to have it connected here to the Ethereum mainnet. So that's what you would use to interact with Uniswap or SushiSwap. But if you want to interact with the Binance Smart Chain, you have to set up right here the Smart Chain, and this will run on BNB. And so I'll actually show you how to provide a liquidity token, and so that you can, upload to some of these other farms. And so once you have these parameters set up on your custom RPC, then it will allow you to interact with PancakeSwap. And then you can go here and you can actually purchase or deposit or whatever you want to do in PancakeSwap. And the way that you create, let me show you how easy it is. You see right here I've earned 0.298 Pancake, which is worth about $2.50. Let me harvest this. And for those that get involved in these, these yield sites, you'll be able to draw out. And, depending on how much money you put into these sites, you're earning at, like I'll just show you. I just have a little bit here, but I'm getting 73%, and I'm earning cake, and I just have 7 sushi and Ethereum liquidity tokens in here, and so I'm earning this 73%, and then every night when I wake up, or every day when I wake up, I can just go here to my home and I can withdraw the interest, because I'm getting paid in cake, which is worth $8.68 right now. I first started telling people about this farm and this Binance Smart Chain when it was $1.40. And so those of you that listened and that got in, you've done very well, because it wasn't a week ago that Pancake or Cake, the token, it was worth $20. And so already, we've like 5x, 6x money on this particular platform as well. But anyways, I'm going to show you how to, I'll show you all the different farms. You see here the Cake BNB, this token, whatever it is. But they have different rates of interest that you can earn. And you're actually going to earn cake. So if you, depending on what's your favorite pair, you can deposit it here, and you can make these high level interest. But if you want to participate in the rake or the auto farm, then all you have to do is you go here to the exchange, which I'm not going to actually, I'll just show you one of the farms here on these, because I don't have the rake or the auto farm token added yet. But let's see, I got a little bit of cake and a little bit of BNB on this account. So for the sake of showing you how to create your liquidity pool tokens, you just go here to add liquidity. Then you pick the pair you want to add. Oh, it didn't give me the cake that I took out. Okay, but anyways, so let me exchange just a little bit, and then I'll show you for the sake of, so you know what to do now that I've already showed you how to access the network. So if I wanted to create a cake and a BNB liquidity pool token, I would just choose the amount. I'm just going to choose 0.1, which will be 2 cake. So I'm just exchanging 0.1 of a BNB to get this 2 cake. And that's how fast it is. And it was less than 3 cents for me to do this transaction. Then it just takes a few seconds for it to happen. Give it just a little time. It'll take, see, it took 0.1 from there. And now I have 2 cake here. So if I want to provide liquidity, then I just select the token, cake, put max, and then it will take the same amount from Binance coin, and it will match it so that it's half Binance coin, half cake. That's to approve. You're going to have to approve all the pairs and all the coins that you allow PancakeSwap to use in order to create liquidity. But then once that approval has gone through, then you'll be able to supply. Okay, when you see the supply here, then I'm going to put up 0.09 of Binance coin and 2.2 of the cake, and I'm going to supply that. And I'm going to get this amount of pool tokens, LP tokens, from providing that liquidity. Which, as I said, providing the liquidity is what gives you the LP tokens. And then you can upload them to PancakeSwap or Rake or AutoFarm, wherever you want to do it. And you can make these high interest yield. Alright, so I've uploaded my liquidity tokens. I can go here to the PancakeSwap farm, and if I want to upload my liquidity tokens here, I just hit the stake LP. It still hasn't seen it yet. Let me go to liquidity just to make sure. Yeah, I should have done it. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Alright, so, well, you got to have at least one. And I didn't stake enough to where it would recognize it. But I can, but that's all you have to do to create a liquidity token. And then you once you have at least one, you can stake it here. You just hit the stake LP, upload it, and you'll begin earning interest at 143% for your liquidity. And then you'll get paid out in the cake, and you'll see it start to tick off immediately after you make that deposit. And so, again, as I said, even though you're getting good yield on some of these other sites, there are other sites where you can get better yield. I'll tell you about this one really quickly. Like, you can see that here I've earned what are 9 banana tokens, and that comes off of the 3 farms that I'm involved in this particular site. This site is called apeswap.finance, and it runs off of this banana token and BNB. This one here, banana and bake, which bakery swap is another token that I told all of you about. And so depending on how much you upload, or provide as liquidity, you'll see that I'm getting paid 1,088% interest here, and I'm earning this banana token, which is currently $1.69. Now this is similar to what the cake or the pancake website was, 3 weeks ago when it began. This one's only been out for less than a week, which is why it's providing these high level, as far as yield. And so there's only a few pools. There's 7 pools. I'm involved in this banana cake one, this banana bake one, and this banana BNB. This one's paying 1,087% interest, and I'm getting paid in banana. So that, I had harvested everything last night before I went to sleep, and I put it back into one of these pools. All I do is I take the banana that I earn, I match it with either bake, cake, or BNB, depending on which one is paying more interest. This one right now, banana and cake, is paying more interest. So all I would do in order to compound that interest, excuse me, I know we're almost done, but just to show you, you can go here to harvest, and the 3 farms that I was involved in earned me 9.27 banana, which is, let's see how much that is. $9.27. How much was it? $1.71. You see that it just went up a little bit. Times 71. So $15 in interest overnight. And this is every day, so it doesn't take a lot of money. And this is passive income. I'm getting $15, almost $16 in yield every day, or just actually in 8 hours from sleeping, well, actually it's 3 o'clock now. So from about, the last I checked, this was about midnight last night. So in 13 hours, I've made, about $16 in interest off of this website. And in order to compound that, I was showing you that. I just go here. And you see how the gas fees are 0.001 of a Binance coin. So it's very cheap. And I just farmed all of those earnings. So I just got 9 banana in yield. And then if I wanted to, which I know we're not going to have time, but I would show you what I would do with that. I would just pull up the banana. It's taking a second for whatever reason. Okay, so you see I have 9 banana in my wallet. I would take that and pair it with either cake or bake, whichever is paying the highest yield, as I said. I would see how much I would need to purchase of that. I would need 1.79 percent, and so then I'll just go here, choose my BNB. Then I purchase this cake. And then I'll upload the liquidity token so that I can earn more interest off the interest that I just earned. And so as soon as I show you this, we'll end the show here. And then, if you have any questions on all of this, you can ask me, and I'll do my best to help all of you. Next, we're going to do the show probably in a month. Unless I have time, and we'll do it, every other week or so. But go ahead and send us in your questions so that, I'll answer questions as we get to that point. And then, oh shoot, got to go to liquidity here. So now I just choose the banana and the cake. I hit the max on the banana. Then I supply. And see how I'm getting 4 LP tokens of banana cake? So I just took the rewards that I made from last night, which was 9 banana tokens, which again is about $18 or $16, I think it was. Which that's not bad. I mean, if you're getting paid $16 of passive income every day, let's see how much that actually yields to. 16 times 30. That's $480 a month. That's not bad at all. And so, and it's not even a lot of money that I have in here. It's a very small amount. Okay, so I just got those liquidity tokens. I go here to the farm. Banana cake. Let's see. Approve the contract. And then I upload my tokens here. And we're almost done. I know we're at 3 o'clock, but just want to show you this part. All right, so when the stake LP comes up, I know what's going on. I need to switch. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm going to add these 4 liquidity tokens that I just got from the interest that I earned last night. I paired it together with cake, with 1.7 cake, which is about, $16. I got 4 liquidity tokens. It takes just a second. And now I I had 10, now I have 14, and so those 14 will work at 1,146% interest to earn me more banana. And so that's how you get passive income. I apologize, everybody, that we ran out of time, but I did want to explain this Binance Smart Chain stuff to you so that you could take advantage of this situation. All right, Justin,
We
I'm
had
going to
a
stop
really
sharing.
good question from the chat. So when you're done with cake and everything like that, what do you do in order to actually convert that back to fiat, or to convert that into something that's usable?
That's a really great question. And all you do, I guess I'll share screen again. I'll just share my screen again. All you do is you can go, like for instance, the banana or cake, you can just convert that into BNB. Like here, I can choose banana and then hit max, which I don't have a lot of, but you can convert that into BNB and then send that BNB back to your Binance Exchange wallet, and then just send that out to, you'll have to convert it into Bitcoin or Ethereum, and then send that to your Coinbase, and you can then turn that into fiat. But Coinbase is always the portal, or Celsius, or you can send it to Celsius, and you can, I believe, I'm not positive, but I believe you can sell it on your Celsius and then deposit it directly into your bank account if you've made that connection, if you set up your bank information with Celsius. But without a doubt, you can do this for your Coinbase. All you have to do is, and that's a few steps, of course, that's a few steps. Or you can, you have to do it because you're working on the Binance here. So you'll have to send your Binance coin, your BNB, to your Binance exchange, convert that from BNB into Bitcoin or Ethereum, send that to your Coinbase, and then you can withdraw it into fiat. Any more questions?
Nope, no, it was.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. I hope that you were able to learn some things this evening, and I hope that you also will, take your earning potential, take all your power, your monetary power, back into your own hands. And again, remember, this is not financial advice. This is all for entertainment purposes only, and this is only what I personally would do myself with the things that I'm, involved in and doing, and so be blessed out there and stay safe, and put your money to work for you and let it benefit you, because there's a lot of ways to earn passive income. Even just what I just showed you, $15 every day, that adds up.
Yeah, most certainly. Thank you everybody for joining. It was an awesome class. And when do you think we're going to be doing this again?
It will be either 2 weeks or a month away, depending on time and availability. But if there's a lot of questions and a lot of interest, then we'll go ahead and schedule 2 weeks out. But if there's not a lot of questions and not a lot of interest, we'll just do it a month out. But really, it all depends on all of you. If you want more content and you want us to be to do these classes more often, then certainly we'll listen, and we'll come to you with greater frequency. But if everybody's okay with where they are and you're able to learn without me having to come on like this, then we'll go that route. So it all depends on all of you.
Yeah. There were some basic questions as well, like how do I transfer from Coinbase to Binance and stuff like that. And I encourage you all to just do a quick browser search for some basic instruction like that. There are some really great articles, and even Coinbase has
And
put out their
videos.
own article to be
Right.
able to give you step-by-step instructions, and it makes it really simple. So you can find a lot of
Yeah.
information on your own. We believe you guys are all great researchers, and Dad, we
Yes.
appreciate your time and thank you very much. And also tomorrow our monthly newsletter will be coming out. As most of you know, next month is going to be beginning the new Hebrew year, and with that is going to come Passover and the beginning of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So look out for that newsletter. If you haven't already signed up, you can go to sacredwordpublishing.com, scroll to the bottom of the page, and there is a sign up link there. Yep, we appreciate you all, and we'll see you next time.
Be blessed all. Good night.
Thanks for joining,
Shalom.
everyone. Night. Good day.
Thank you everybody for joining us for this video and this broadcast. We appreciate all of you and thank you for your patronage. Please do like and subscribe.